Region 6, East Berbice Quarantine is rich in natural potential as it occupies over 71,000 square kilometers of land with a population of approximately 161,000. So rich it is that the region is one of many areas across the country earmarked by government to promote economic diversification. Significant progress has been made during the last decade in Region 6. The region today is well known as an important rice-growing, cattle-rearing and sugar-producing areas, which has contributed significantly to the country's economic development.
We are placing emphasis on agriculture because today our region is one of the most important regions in terms of agricultural production. For example, this crop alone, we have produced 55,000 tons of rice, the largest production ever for the first crop of rice production in Region 6. And this shows the amount of funds that have gone to this sector. And many farmers are today enjoying the benefit because with the amended Rice Factory Act, they are now having prompt payments. Also, they are able to export in their paddy to Venezuela, and they are getting better prices for these paddy. But we are now seeing more investment also from the private sector in the agriculture sector in Region 6. We have two brand new silos going up, one at the Talaji area and one in Les Beholden. And when those are completed, we'll have more competition for in terms of farmers selling their paddies to these mills and silos.
Decades ago, developments in road, infrastructure and health were seen as a dream. Under the PPPC, they became a reality and over the years have transformed the lives of its populace. Agriculture has become the backbone of the region and its production contributes significantly to the country's food production level. As emphasis continues to be placed on the sector, $116 million has been allocated to ensure its sustainability in 2011. Traditional lands are also being developed in this regard in traditional rice-growing areas such as number 52 and 74 villages, as more and more farmers are returning to their lands. There are currently 21,000 acres of land available from Bloomfield to number 51 villages. Berbice is poised for a new area of development with several mega projects ongoing that will greatly enhance the region's infrastructure. This has been evident with a number of new health institutions constructed, catering for the needs of its populace. Today, the Asian County is home to a $140 million National Ophthalmology Center at Port Morant, the first of its kind in the Caribbean.
I am very optimistic that many young people will find jobs and a lot of jobs will be created in this sector. So Region 6 is playing its part in that. When you look at the health sector, today, who can expect that we have people from other countries coming right in our backyard here for treatment to operate, to look at their eyes?
The center has since been treating patients who suffer from corrective refractive error, cataract, glaucoma and retina detachment, and even patients from neighboring countries are benefiting.
Oh, I feel great. The service is convenient, it's free, and I feel good about it. I encourage anyone else who is watching to come down and get their eyes tested. It's free, you don't have to pay. So come down and enjoy the service. And the place, the atmosphere, everything is comfortable.
I'm glad of what the government is doing and the Ministry of Health, because if I had to go to a private doctor, I had to pay. But I don't have that kind of money.
It's very good. It's a good opportunity for a lot of people, who can't afford to go elsewhere.
This year alone, $27 million has been earmarked to cater for the health needs of its citizens. 2 additional health centers at WIM and number 53 villages will also be constructed.
I'd like to thank the Ministry of Health for a good venture that he is doing to the people, the poor class of people. And I'm thankful, and may God continue to bless and grant them wisdom, knowledge and understanding to meet the people's needs.
The Ministry of Health Regional Health Services as part of their program for 2011 has budgeted for these activities, and we are happy to know that we are going to the communities to serve the people rather than they come to us.
The investment climate in the region has also been favored by many, as the regional administration is currently in discussion with 2 prospective investors on the establishment of another call center in the region. This will complement the other such facility located at Tain, which has employed over 200 young people.
And this has shown the kind of training we are giving to our young people, not only on the coastland, but in the interior. Also, we have secondary education. For the first time, we have 20 students from Oriala who have wrote the last secondary, the CSEC examination. This has shown that we have secondary education almost all around Guyana. And we have Oriala now is taking its rightful place there. So all in all, I think that Berbice is on its move. I'm very optimistic that in another 5 years' time, this will be the economic hub of our country. More jobs will be created.
At present now, we have the subvention, part of the subvention, right? Materials coming, and we are in the process of repairing the streets and the roads that need to be done. That's the process we are doing. Also, I should tell you that the region, right, the regional chairman, and we have some streets, new streets, build a rehab in the new scheme. That place about 32 years old, and you never have a proper road. And we have work going on there now, and we have work going at H&J, right, and all through in our NDC. We have most of our street in chip seal, which are done by the region, and who actually negotiate through central government, and we have that done. I think should have next year we should have all streets and roads chip seal within our area. But we do have some problems with heavy duty vehicle. You know, these roads are 5 ton, and you have people carry 10, 15, 20 and traverse steady up and down.
The housing and water sector in recent years has remained a key focus for the administration in its continued drive to alleviate poverty and improve the quality of life of low to moderate income groups. To translate this group into reality, focused policies in key program areas were formulated to meet the shelter needs of its population.
The government doing a good road, because when I moved in here, it ain't had no street, we ain't getting water, we wasn't getting light, so now we getting all 3 of the things, and we proud about that.
Today we can boast of about 4 water treatment plants in New Amsterdam. More people in Region 6 now are receiving treated water than before, and we are working with the ministry to ensure that more people receive this precious commodities. So I think that yes, we have been moving in all the sector. We've been preparing ourselves to ensure that we support the other sectors that are coming on stream.
The Jagdeo administration's vision for development continued throughout the years, and now thousands of residents now have the opportunity to own their own home, as 12 new housing schemes will soon be developed across the region. Several new wells have also been constructed as the Housing and Water Ministry intensifies its drive to give everyone access to quality water, including those residing in the hinterland areas. In addition, distribution networks will also upgraded and extended as the administration explores various areas where development could be accelerated.
I think it's a very good effort that they put forward, and I hope they continue to make these efforts so that they can improve the better living of these residents that are around here. And now, like a couple of years after, it going on low, till we have to pump water to our tank. So I just hope that this year will increase the water pressure and it could go in our houses and so on.
Well, I feel real happy because all the time you start to depending on the rainwater. If rain fall, you can't get water for bed. You got to go and buy water. Tank of water be like 3-5 and everything. So it's happy that we get the water. Oh, the service is good. Only thing the water, they come in a grumsy for the first, and then now it come in a little clean.
Is it precious?
Yeah, it's okay. I like it.
As was said by the minister and other speakers, that water is essential. And what is happening now within the community is that probably getting more water in than you probably thought. So I think residents should appreciate the services being provided and also to take care of it.
Okay, so what is the pressure like for you now?
Well, it's good. It's coming up sometime, but nearly about 15 feet up into the house now. When before you had just water, you had to be using pump. sometimes now some people don't have to go to the expense now to buy a pump. So you look, for example, the flat houses in here, they don't need a pump. They can get water to the tanks and get into the house, get into the bathroom and everything. And I think the quality of the water, it comes sometimes because the minister says because it's high in iron content. But then when you see sometimes you have some discoloration, it might be because people were tampering with the pipe. And that happened because they didn't have the pressure before. But now as GWI is trying to correct those facilities, by changing pipes and looking for break main, the quality of the water will improve.
Well, we never used to get any water at all, but now the water's coming very good.
Government has been robustly advancing its housing program throughout the country. As such, this year, Region 6 alone will see the development of 1,582 house lots. Roads are very important in the region's progress due to its agricultural nature, and under the government's urban development program, which targets rehabilitation of several roads, a major project will soon be completed shortly as 22 miles of road in the Blackbush polder area is under construction. 34 roads will also be rehabilitated at Anchorville, Port Morant.
But with the main access road being rehabilitated presently, I see many residents now, they will have better access to and from their home. They will have more vehicle, more transportation. A lot of people will own their own vehicle now. It will create more economic opportunities because in Kanji you have an area near New Forest, and that area have a lot of potential in terms of agricultural development. And we'll have that road run right on to New Forest, so more people will go into that area now to settle because the previous administration neglected that area very badly. And now when you go there, you have just about 35 households living there. In another year from now, you'll see more and more people going in, and I'm very optimistic because I've spoken to a lot of people, and they are telling me that in another year from now, we might have 200 residents again taken up there. So in terms of economic development, economic opportunity in Kanji, that will be great. The infrastructural development that are going on there, I think that will enhance the lives of residents in the Kanji.
Days of the previous administration, we had a broken down society. And since the PPP has taken office for the past number of years now, there are lots of development in the region, especially when it comes to potable water, streets, drains, transportation, foodstuff, education, health, and I can go on and on. They have done a tremendous piece of work for us here in this region. And I like to mention the Borbis River Bridge because we used to wait hours at the Stelling, and that is a thing of the past now. So the PPP administration has been a real blessing for us in this region, Region 6. And I'd even like to mention about the regional chairman, Mr. Zulfikar Mustafa. He has been doing a dynamic job. He has been doing a lot for us. If was any other party running this country like the AFC or the PNC, I wouldn't have come back here. I give up my right and I come back because the PPP is in office. And I know the PPP is going to be in office for quite a long time. That's why I get a kind of faith in them. That's why I came back. And they've done a lot because I compare them with Canada. They have done a lot and they have a lot more to do.
Since 1992, I feel life is very great. There's a lot of development in Borbis, and also medical is okay for us. The PPP do a lot of things for Borbis and also in the whole of Guyana too.
How do you feel about the lighting on the road?
I feel very good because at least you could catch the bandit. If people are wrong, they couldn't get to rob you.
Sugar production has also been heightened with the commissioning of a US $180 million Skeldon sugar factory, which will significantly foster the development of the sugar industry as well as create employment for many. Guyana's sugar industry is the country's largest employer with over 20,000 workers, including private cane growers, suppliers or service providers. Around 125,000 people rely on the $35 billion revenue-earning industry. As development progresses, the regional chairman stated that already the region has completed 60% of its works program, and it is anticipated that the remaining 40% will be completed by mid-September.